to show you how to iron shirts the old-fashioned way. And I have a button-up shirt, okay? And I'm going to show you step by step the old-fashioned way of ironing shirts. First, you take this up here, your seam, lay your arm down, and then even it out from the bottom here. Okay, and sometimes you'll have to hold something to keep it in place. Okay, iron the bottom, and go ahead up and iron the top, and get your seam together. Okay, that's one way of doing it. And then you could take it. There's a couple different ways you could do it. Then you lay it up on the ironing board like this, with everything open, flattened and open, and you iron it, and iron it all the way up to the seam. Clean those seams up, you know what I mean? Straighten out your seams, and you can even iron some of the back while you're at it. Iron the back down, come over to, there you go. Okay, and after you do that, then you can take it, make sure this is straight. I can see a little line here. Even up your straight, if anything folded on you, even it up. Then you take it and fold it back to like the first buttonhole. There's a buttonhole right there. You can probably see my finger through it. Okay, fold it back to the first buttonhole. Okay, and then iron it down, flatten it out. All right, and what some people do is, and you can if you want to, you already did this part that's clean and straight, then you go back this way. You could go back to the back, okay, and iron some of this back here. Don't be afraid to hold it out. Okay, then you take your shirt and iron the front. Where the, I don't know if that's coming from my iron for some reason. I think it's something old in there or whatever. Crispy. Okay, then you go like this. Iron up the buttonholes and pull a little bit, just like when you're sewing. You know, people when they're sewing, they pull a little bit. Don't be afraid to pull. Okay, pull a little bit. Go up to that first hole. Iron up. Okay. Then you pull down. Pull your shoulder down. Your flap is up here. Your shoulder is up here. Here's the peak. Okay. Pull your shoulder down. Pull. Start from the bottom. Iron out your bottom. Iron out those sewing, that thread, and flatten it out and go up. Now, if your shirt is too, I'm going to teach you a tip. If your shirt is too small for you and you want to make it a little wider on over your belly or something, iron it this way, or just pull out like this with your iron. Especially with the steam will help your shirt to be a little bigger for you. Iron around the top, iron around the underarms. Straighten it. The tip is to straighten out those seams. Then you take your underarm, go directly under the underarm. And we did all the front, the right front, or that was the left front, of course. And then you iron this out, make it even, come over as much as you can, flatten it out, do this end, okay, flatten it out, and then go up the seam of the, what is this, the right underarm. Go up the seam of the underarm, and sometimes you can get under here to make sure that's straight. Okay, go up the seam of the underarm. Okay, and it's that easy. Then you just keep pulling over. Okay, I'll show you something. Some people, years ago, this is something that people used to do. Give me a minute, and I'll show it to you. Okay, you iron this part. Don't forget you're ironing sidewards to try to stretch the shirt a little bit if it needs to be stretched a little bit. Okay. Then you iron up here. Just tighten up around this part of the ironing board. Tighten up your shoulders, your arms. Tighten up around this part of the ironing board. And I'm even pulling under here. Pull under so that you can get it good. Keep going over.
To the back.
Hmm?
Are you at the back?
Yeah, I'm at the back. Yeah, I'm at the back. The back of the head, actually. There's a seam right here, even. The back of the head, back of the neck. Back. Iron out that thread. Okay. And what you want to do is stretch your clothes out real nice so they look proper and nice whenever you put them on, wherever you're going. I'm still on the back. I'm still underneath the back of your head, the neck. I'm going over to the other arm. I'm close to the other arm. Pulling. There you go. See, and go all the way up. When you get to that other arm, try to pull, start pulling up and down here. Tighten that up. Okay, when you get over here to the other arm, there you go. See how you can separate that? When you get up here to the other arm, the other shoulder, go up, right up to that, right here. There's a trio. I don't know what you want to call it right there. Go up to that. Iron carefully. Okay. Go up in there and iron some more till you get to this tip. Pull out with your finger if you have to. You see, it's not even on an ironing board. I'm still ironing it. Okay? And then here we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go close to pulling this underarm up to the top. Now we have your other underarm. Go up in the underarm. Pull. Go up in the underarm. Right at the crossroads where you see, right, I call it the crossroads. Iron right up in the crossroads. Don't be afraid to pull whenever you're ironing. Pull and stretch. Okay, then put the complete underarm under there. There you go. The next underarm is under there. Hold on to this and pull. Iron those threads. Go up the threads. Go up the threads. Come down, and iron this side of the threads. All right. And don't forget, pull under that underarm. Okay, this is an old shirt. You probably even see where there's threads under there. Okay, and go to the other side. Keep up around the underarm. You could pull. So you could pull. Depends on how picky you are about the underarm area. Okay, in the front. You want to make sure there's no wrinkles. Iron that side of the front. And then the last side of the front. I got to do this side too. I got to turn it around and do the shoulder. Now you're ironing the side with the buttons. Go around the buttons if you want to, one at a time or all together. Okay. Iron and go around. It'll pull on you if you pull the buttons by mistake. Iron and go around. Okay. Now pull this side like you did the other side. You're pulling. What is this? The left shoulder. You're now pulling the left shoulder over the end of your ironing board. Make sure that's flat right here where the buttons are. Iron that. And iron everything up here on your shoulder so it'll stretch. It'll look real nice when you put it on. And then go up a little bit more on the shoulder. Now you have the shoulder panel with the flap. Okay. Iron it real nice. Go up into the threads. Up into the threads. And see, like if you find something, because I didn't do this arm yet. Well, in fact, I'll do this first. And then you fold the button part. You can see it's probably been folded for years. This is an old blouse of mine. And iron down to the button, fold it back. Okay. And iron down to the button. You just put the iron on there. Shake it a little bit. Okay, iron down to the button. Now what I'm going to do is, I did the back, we did all that. Let me do this arm. I didn't do this arm yet, right? I did the other arm. Hold it up here. Put it down. And, you know, here you go. Size it up the best you can. Sometimes this will be a little crooked as compared to down here. It depends on how it was sewn. So what I like to do is take this part underneath the underarm and start with the underarm and go up. Start with the underarm and go up. And usually, you can see there you go. Your fold will be wherever this leads you. Okay, iron that one, iron this one. And I go by the underarm. Now this one, as you can see, this is a little crooked. But after you do the other side, if you're going by the underarm, which I will do, you're going to make a new fold. Do the underarm, stretch that thread. And when you're getting to the top, you're getting ready to make a new fold. So after you make the second fold, keep going over it. And sometimes you might even have to flip it over and iron out this one that you made it the first time. Okay, now, and then you iron the neck of the shirt on the front. And I'm doing this real quick. I mean, I usually do it slower. And then you fold it. And then you iron the front. You can iron that tag down too if you want to. I'm not really concerned. I should have really took it off. And some people, if you want to, you can iron the back. But I leave it like that. Now, here's something that people used to do years ago. I don't know if they still do it or not. I'm sorry about this, whatever that is. I think it's something that was in my iron from a long time ago, and I let it dry up in there. Okay, but what people used to do is, here's the front. Now, it's mainly for men's shirts, but women can do it too. Okay, here's the neck. Okay, here's a shoulder, and here is a shoulder, right? You can see that? You can see it real good? Now, what people used to do to men's shirts years ago, they would go down about 4 or 5 inches on a man's back where his shoulder blades go. Go down about 4 or 5 inches and flip. Okay, and just pull and try to make it even. And this is how they used to do men's shirts. Men used to have like folds on their shirts years ago. I don't know if they still do or not. I think sometimes companies make those folds. They sew them in. And that is how, how you would do a man's shirt. Okay, am I good? Now, when you lift it up, I hope I didn't leave anything out. Now, see, your shirt's done real nice in the front, and then if it's a man's shirt, you look in the back and see how they got that fold back there?
Turn it to the side a little bit.
Turn it to the side?
There we go.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. And that is how men used to have, I don't know if they still do it or not, that's how they have the folds. And that's how you iron a shirt.